Итак, здравствуйте, мои дорогие подписчики и зрители канала. Меня зовут Александр, и мы сегодня играем в Genshin Impact. Как вы уже заметили, я взял какой-то квест, но, к сожалению, я пропустил начало квеста, в смысле не записывал, у меня почему-то не пошла запись. В общем, я начал квест Венти. Это квест героя Венти, который должен что-то раскрыть в его истории. В общем, мы начали искать воображаемых друзей. Как бы это странно ни звучало, но так оно и есть. Вот, и теперь вполне себе можем отправиться. У нас есть монокль Лизы, да, она нам, по-моему, давала где-то в прошлой серии. Еще в начале, да. Лиза — это маг такой, который начальный персонаж. Вот. И теперь мы ищем воображаемых друзей. Да, с помощью этой линзы. Ну-ка. Серьезно? Ее друг — это фрукт? Прикольно, воздушный фрукт. Это ее друг. Да, могут быть еще фруктами. Мастер помидорка, так мило. С детства. Но ты и так маленькая, как бы.
Because then when it's windy, you and your friend can fly off into the sky together. You gotta admit that's pretty cool. Isn't that called being blown away? That's what some people like to call it. I only found out this plant existed from an explorer who told me stories of his adventures. I think his name was Stanley.
О, я знаю Стэнли. Нет, не знаю.
Stanley's an adventurer. And you can tell he's an expert at it
Прикольно.
from the stories he tells. The amazing adventures of Stanley are super famous in Mondstadt. He's in the city at the moment. You should go ask him to tell you some of his stories.
Правда? Ну давайте послушаем его историю. Ребята, что-то у меня сегодня, в принципе, с записью проблема. Начало не записалось, и почему-то очень перегружается звук. Сегодня, я думаю, потерпите, уж простите, пожалуйста. Я в следующий раз, вернее, после этой записи, я возьму, полажу по интернету максимально, перекачаю все драйвера, переустановлю. Что-то вообще все очень плохо. Ой. По птичкам можем? Подожди. Тихо. Вот так. Ах, ты косая. Кто это? Нифига себе у тебя друг. Стать шаманом-королем. Что? Неожиданно. Бывают ли такие ангелы-хранители? Давай-ка пока не пойдем туда. Ха-ха. Ну, конечно же, мы пойдем. Можешь спросить? Давайте поговорим со взрослыми. Да блин, куда ты? Я же не нажимал туда.
The thing about wine is, you have to drink it at the tavern, or you miss out on half the fun.
Seems to me you'd find some way of keeping yourself
Две куклы безэмоциональные.
alone.
Хотя
If I
нет.
didn't know any better,
Кая
I would
немножко
say you were
эмоциональный.
being deliberately uncivil.
Just drink responsibly on my premises, okay?
Oh, and if I did have one too many, what then? You'd throw me out
Да,
along with the trash
отношения у них
society?
явно
Throw you out?
натяжные,
You
затянутые.
know, the same way you threw out father's legacy. You sold off his mansion.
Это же Бэтмен,
Maybe
чувак.
you've
Это Бэтмен.
I see no reason to cling to things that have outlived their purpose.
Is that so? Then I trust you were most swift indeed to
Это у
part
него
with
такие
a
брови
certain
домиком?
face.
Или что это?
Sorry. I have no recollection.
That's odd. Master D-Luke, I'm sure I saw such a vase in your home. A beautiful one. Unmistakable, in
Отчаянный
fact.
паладин, наверное, да? Так, у них нет воображаемых, у них настоящие.
Seems our suspicions were right. Grown-ups don't appear to have imaginary friends.
А вот у меня есть воображаемая аудитория.
Like I said,
Ребята, вы же не настоящие, правда?
so people just stop dreaming when they grow up? Okay, well, Paimon for one never wants to grow up.
This raises an interesting question.
Блин,
At what
слушай,
age exactly do
что-то
people's
Венти мне все
imaginary
больше и
friends
больше
disappear?
нравится. Самый душевный среди всех архонтов. Венти красавчик. Навестите Айлин.
How about Ellen?
What about Айлин? Isolation.
Somehow Paimon finds the idea
Паймон, покемон, Паймон.
of
Так,
imaginary friend kinda scary.
прям на голову накакаем. Чего?
Jean? What is Jean doing here?
Она взрослая, и у нее есть воображаемый друг?
Is Master Jean Ellen's imaginary friend?
Мгм.
So she's so determined to become a knight that she... Okay, that's kind of weird.
Oh, hello. What are you guys doing?
Are you always training here?
You bet. Today, I heard Stanley talking about his adventures.
Мгм.
It was incredible.
Она
It got
поэтому
me
и
really
представляет, что
pumped up.
рассказывает эти истории.
I hope I can be as outstanding as him one day. So that you can fight shoulder to shoulder with Master Jean?
Да.
I mean, obviously I want to become a knight. And if I got to go on an adventure with Jean herself, well, even better.
Seems Ellen really looks up to Jean.
Я верю, что ты справишься, Айлин.
Huh. Thanks.
Спасибо, братишка.
I was thinking, it's not every day I get to hang out with the honorary knight. Would you join me for some sword training? How can I smash all these training dummies at once?
Что делать? Разбить манекен? Сейчас. Немножко обворую тебя. Подожди, это манекен?
Shame. Didn't... How can I smash all these training dummies? Shame. How can I smash all these So that's how to do it. I'm impressed.
Видала, бабёна? Я буду чпока за Джина, не ты.
It's clear I still have a long way to go in my training.
So modest. I, for one, think you're quite the pro at this already.
Well, I'm exhausted from training, so clearly my fitness needs some work. One day, though, I'll smash all the training dummies in Mondstadt.
Ellen, she's our girl. If she can't do it...
Маленькая.
Hey, girl.
Дальше не придумать.
Thanks. Shoot, I got so caught up here I forgot there's something I was supposed to do today. Ugh, but I'm so sore from training. I can hardly move. Honorary Knight, could you deliver a message to Jack for me? He's a friend of mine, recently started as an adventurer. We were gonna meet up tonight and discuss adventure plans. Could you let him know it'll have to be another day? If I'm not mistaken, you should find him at the Temple of the Lion. He's adventuring with Stanley today. Stanley's a truly legendary adventurer, renowned in all of Mons. Great! Thank you so much.
Храм Лёвика. Where is храм Лёвика? Вот. Телепорт. Хата. У вас в отряде нету аниме. Так, у нас огонь, электричество. Вода зато есть что.
The Temple of the Lion? We explored this place once
видите?
before, didn't we? During the
Стоп.
Storm Terror incident.
Так вот, аниме в отряде.
Seems like it's now a hot
А чё же
spot
пишет,
for
что нет аниме в отряде? Дали мне
I can
аниме?
only mean one thing. Looks like we can't go any further. We didn't bag all the loot last time.
Not to worry. Allow me. Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high.
Твою мать. Ненадолго, да, он появляется? Поближе немножко его создать. Что он долго держится, смотри.
Here we go.
Прикол. Твою мать! Ты нажал. Мне хочется на правую кнопку мыши прицелиться по привычке. Да ты что делаешь, твою мать?
Yahoo!
Да, так что делает он? Подбрасывает, да?
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Вау, хачапури. Вау. 58 уровень. Прикольно. Ну-ка. Подбрасывает, медленно пускает. Прикольно. Вот тебе и аниме. Да блин, где? Ульта что делает? Оно стягивает всех. Вау. Класс. Вот это я понимаю. Стяжечка. Рысью! Ой, как я ненавижу этих додиков. Какой бы не был силен враг или монстр, босс, и вот эти додики самые бесючие. С щитами. Где он? Где додик? Вот он. У него отходняк. А ты что там? Это ты, Стэнли?
I was so I was about to die.
To be fair, that could have gone either way. So, you must be Jack the Adventurer, I assume?
Adventurer?
Yes. Who are you?
Actually, we came looking for you.
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you today to plan out your next adventure together. She'll join you some other time.
Oh, I see. I feel bad you had to come all this way to find me, and then had to rescue me.
Huh? I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was nothing that I, Stanley, couldn't have dealt with by myself.
Whoa! You are Stanley? You are that legendary adventurer? Renowned in all of Mondstadt? Who once set foot in the Mare Javari?
The very same.
I must say, it's an honor to meet one as legendary as yourself. Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
Well, I think you're now in the safe hands of Stanley, the great explorer and legend of Mondstadt.
Серьезно, ты легенда?
Why head back now?
Okay, motion passed by unanimous consent. Let's head further in.
So, I'm guessing you mostly came here because you want to hear my adventure stories.
А чё, я типа не прошел его? Чё?
No, we really were just looking for Jack.
Где?
What? Do you know who I am? I am Stanley.
Слушай, а Стэнли, может, тоже воображаемый?
Yeah, I think we got that.
Какой-то он слишком однобокий и странный, нет?
I am Stanley, the living legend. Stanley who braved the Mare Javari.
Очень странный.
Enough already. Ugh. Stop name dropping yourself every time you open your mouth.
It's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well, Jack will listen, won't you? Now, where was I?
You and your partner reached the Mare Javari, a famously
смысле?
terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
Твою мать, баг, что ли?
Precisely. There was a deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before us, as far as the eye could see. The Mare Javari. Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool whipped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I
Почему я читаю пельменную воронку?
just in time.
Wow. So, did he make it?
Sadly, in the end, I alone was able to set foot on home ground once more. The gentle breeze carried away the tears welling up in my eyes.
Что я не так сделал?
Poor guy. How could that happen?
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
I know. Because an adventurer's proudest achievement is to die in the course of their final adventure. But whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die.
А, стоп, мы его здесь
in a place
нашли?
where the wind doesn't blow.
А, блин, это я
Has to
тупой.
bring your spirit back to Mondstadt.
That's right. To die in a place where the wind blows and to have your spirit carried back to Mondstadt on the wind, that's
Yeah. Although, the most I can aspire to right now is beginner's commissions. Like clearing out the slimes, clogging up the sewers.
Ну, даем.
Die in a place with no wind. Why do they keep going on about that?
Так, подожди.
Is that why Stanley thinks the Mare Javari
Вот давайте
is the
все
most terrifying
в одну
place
кучку,
in the
я
world?
согласен вас всех захерачить.
No wind there?
Вау. Серьезно? Венти? Опять?
Here we go.
О! Так, давай, Венти, не подведи.
Yahoo!
Это же не на время было, да? Как же я вас ненавижу, додики.
No rest. Freeze.
Где этот? Он что, поет что-то на своем, смотри. Додик, блядь. Либо нехер. Вау. Все. Ну хотя бы так. Что? Рассказывай. В смысле? Что это?
What? Stanley has an imaginary friend?
Это как? Их двое?
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot, and a look of staunch determination on his face. You're saying his imaginary friend is an idealized version of his own self? Interesting idea, but is it true?
Please excuse me. I'll be leaving now.
Странный ты.
Bye, Stanley. Do you two still have time to spare?
Давай. Что
What
случилось?
is it?
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. The weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago, they were none other than... I don't know whether you believe me, but apparently, since you guys are the experts at this, can you come with me to try and retrieve these two legendary weapons? I don't know. Outstanding individuals.
Да, очень странный он. Очень странный, но не выдающийся.
Right now, I'm just a rookie. My abilities are limited. And my parents don't support my goal. So, what do you say? I can't bring myself to tell Stanley about it because my reasons are so selfish.
Aw, poor Jack.
Давай.
Let's vent to you coming too?
I don't know.
Ну погнали, тебе все равно делать-то
One other
нефиг.
thing. I have a bottle of rare vintage wine that I had someone fetch for me a couple years ago.
Давай.
Help me find these weapons, and it's all yours.
Dotaupa Gorge, was it? Let's hurry. There's no time to lose.
Угу. Что ты подслушивал-то? Ну, смотри, подслушивал, козел. Причем, получается, в ущелье Дэдпула находится. Этот меч, да? Ладно, пойдем хачей бить. Простите, хачи, меня заставили вас бить, честно. Я не хотел. Вы своими делами занимаетесь. Простите. Так, ребят, простите, я опять не специально. Вы тут пасете своих свиней, да? Я их тоже заберу, хорошо? Простите. Вам все равно подыхать сегодня. Вам жрать нечего. Вернее, незачем.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
И где же нам меч твой искать, Додик? Неужели там? Нет. Такая обширная территория. Может, там с этими скачами в этом в домике? А, да, вот он нашел. Меч. А на самом деле, не он его потерял, а он его и не нашел, да? Он просто хотел этот меч и сказал, что он его, и он его потерял. А на самом деле он даже не его. Зашибись. Ездабол называется это. Вау, ты чё? Так, давай. Херач его. Все, ты труп. Простовато выглядит, да.
Seems somebody tossed an old sword into a pile of spoils these hilly trolls were already celebrating.
This is in terrible shape, and it's so basic. I'm at a loss for words.
Say, Jack, have you ever seen an animal crystal fly? They're found in the open country around Mondstadt City. If you saw one in broad daylight, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. But in the pitch blackness of night, its brilliant glow is mesmerizing. It truly resembles an exquisite crystal dancing in the night air.
Это он на что намекает?
Are not the same. When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless, fades into the background. But when you're in dire straits,
You're right. You're right. Then this has to be it. This
Нет,
is the
вряд ли.
sword of brilliant valor.
So, we got our sword, now we just need that shield. Let's scout around. It's definitely in Daruopa Gorge, so... Huh?
There's somebody there.
Ха, спалился.
Stanley? What's he doing here?
Дурачок.
He's acting so weird.
Подслушивает.
What happened? Why did you stop all of a sudden?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Just one of those Mora-spouting weasel thieves passed by is all.
What? Where? I want to see.
Убежал.
Maybe another time. We have a shield to find, remember?
Ну чё? А! Простите, у меня тут кое-что упало. Мое достоинство. И не только. Щит сияющей воли. Ну чё, погнали? Искать щит сияющей воли. Да, отвалите от меня, хачи. Пури. Отвали. Фу. Так. А где щит? Щит. Вот the щит. Where is the щит? Сияющей воли. Так. Это уже не смешно. Спросим у хачапуров. Чего? Какую сделку? А с чего ты взяла, что это он? А, мне кажется, нужен подкалывает его, слышь? Он понял, в чем фишка.
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just taken from a wine barrel.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the shield of magnificent.
Как бы я сам это нашел, если бы не наткнулся.
Their battle scars with pride, and shields are no different. Surely an intact shield is one that has shied away from the battlefield. Is not the broken and splintered shield the one that has fought in countless wars and lived to tell the tale? Though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left to bleed. Such magnificent
You do have a point. Shiny new shields don't stay new and shiny for long. Okay then. Well, maybe if we ask nicely, he'll just let us take the Shield of Magnificent Honor for free. Ahem. Excuse me, Mr. Hillychurl? Well, okay, you take it from here. Hope you've picked up some Hillychurlian by now. If not,
Чего?
there's always
Уровень дружбы?
enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all.
Чего?
Uh-oh, he did not
Мини...
seem to appreciate
Мани-мини.
that.
Чего?
Uh-oh, he did not seem to appreciate that. Oh no, we ticked him off big time.
Как так-то? Интересно, был вариант, когда он отдаст, нет? Из-за тебя они все сдохнут теперь. Понимаешь? Бедный.
Hey, he dropped the Shield of Magnificent Honor and ran.
Guys, thank you so much. I can't believe I actually found them.
Что там на заднем фоне
Mom,
происходит?
Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
Hey, wait! The wine, you promised! What are you doing here, Stanley? Out for
Вышел
a
погулять?
stroll?
Hey, what are you doing here, bud? Fancy that, huh? You, out for a...
Oh, that's right. An after-dinner stroll, to be precise. We were also helping a friend look for something.
Paimon's starting to think Stanley might be a fraud.
Я тоже так думаю. Не может быть, а точно.
Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here in advance so as to not hurt Jack's feelings?
Не было ничего.
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with Dada-Upa Gorge. You've fought battles here before, after all.
You better believe it. I can navigate this whole area with
Вот
my
козел.
eyes closed.
Wow. Then I admire your perseverance. And your memory, too.
It's only to be expected of a great adventurer like me. You guys had better watch out, though. This place is crawling with hilichurls. I'll get back to my,
Ага.
stroll now. Goodbye.
Додик.
Guilty conscience much?
Вряд ли.
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried away bragging to Jack, should he? Although, on further reflection, I must say I'm intrigued. Someone who can't let go of the past and gives up on the present instead. I wonder, if such a person was forced to take their first step towards the future, which way would they go?
What are you talking about?
I'm just musing to myself. Anyway, I propose we take a trip to Angel's Share tonight.
Чё? Ночь? Ладно, хорошо. Ночь так ночь. Плам.
Created another universe and founded paradise.
Доля ангелов. Давай. Какой потом? Таверна. Здесь все квесты легенд связаны с таверной.
Tell me, Stanley. Tell me, what should I do?
Huh?
Чё?
Why does he keep repeating his own name? Could there be another person called Stanley?
Oh, Stanley. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Meljabari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your
В
name?
смысле?
If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day. But now, that'll never happen, because your life...
Does anyone get what's going on here?
I think our friend really did make it to the Meljabari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place is because he stole the other Stanley's name?
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear that Mondstadt will forget all about you. So I tell your adventure stories at every opportunity. Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Meljabari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was, and he lives on. Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley. I am Stanley. I'm sorry,
Stanley
Stanley.
Parable.
Getting too old. Now. Are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Но вы вообще беспалевные. Как я встану отсюда?
Go away. Say,
But...
leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and shield. My parents are finally supporting me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the sword of
Okay.
valor and shield of magnificent honor for me, so I can take them out on the road.
That's wonderful. So, Jack, is this the part where you
Да, вот
pick
правильно,
up the
надо
Mondstadt
путешествовать.
and set off on your intrepid trip traversing to that?
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. They're what inspired me to become an adventurer in the first place. Stanley, Oh, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you think?
Джек. Джек.
Jack.
Jack left.
Он свалил.
Oh, I see.
Спасибо, что меня не сдали, потому что я козел по жизни.
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts? That isn't like you.
Ему, мне кажется, просто жаль.
I couldn't bear to look at him. His adventurous spirit is so pure.
Блин, он Джек реально молодец. Вообще красавчик.
Just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential. I cannot allow his dreams to be crushed.
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's adventure stories and experiences. They're all true, aren't they?
Stories? Experiences? What's the point of them anymore? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley, they're hazy these days. That's my biggest secret of all, and my biggest fear. All these years, I've been living to tell his story. But his personality and the details of his life, I don't remember them clearly anymore. But the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior. And that image has held him captive his entire life.
I'm too old. I never let go. But still, so much has slipped away. I'm completely and utterly worthless. No adventurer should have to go that way. No adventurer ever.
Бедный. Мне даже как-то жалко его стало.
My true name? How did you know?
Как его зовут? Не понял.
The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari.
В смысле?
I always believed
Чё?
you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
Я уж подумал, что Винти его старый друг.
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down. But I think that I'm gonna be okay.
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally go his own way. This calls for a celebration. And by celebration, I do, of course, mean libation.
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to walk, right?
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for helping him out, remember? I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly. Let's meet at the usual place.
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard
А я знаю, где это. Мне кажется, что это у дерева. Того самого. Он даже показывает, где. Я уже думал, искать придется в интернете. Но здесь без подсказок меня точно не оставят. А, нет. Я думал, это дерево. Ну, вы помните, да? Дерево у статуи. А, нифига себе, у статуи Архонта. Я не про это думал, статую. Туда. А поднять мне кто туда поднимет, а? Винти, блин. Вентилятор. Шментель. Сволочь. Я надеюсь, мультик раньше начнется, чем я доберусь до туда. Я же сдохну. Ты чё? Вентик! Стоп, я еще крапкаюсь. Тихо. Да иди, ты что делаешь?
You made it.
Да, я здесь. Да, я здесь.
Just tell us where you meet next time, okay? We looked everywhere. So, did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage.
Наверное, такое же, как
When
меч.
actually, it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet.
Какую форму?
It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane. Even the birds couldn't get in or out.
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's lair, right? You mentioned it before.
That's right. The tyrant of the winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the thousand winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind, a gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better, or tiny seeds of hope.
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form? Then do you mean you used to look different than you do now?
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley.
Друга?
I took the form of a friend. In old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told. Where a tyrant ruled, I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky, he was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom. And we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course. The
Давай
suspense
быстрее.
is killing, Paimon. Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for apples? Really?
Getting a little
Да.
peckish or something.
Paimon's had it up to here with you.
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back. Back to a song that I first heard from him. Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
Эх. Господи, какие с ним квесты все душевные, ты красавчик просто. Я тебя люблю, видите. Поначалу, если честно, ты меня бесил, капец как. Давайте один раз помолимся. Ну и фиг с ним. Так, ребята, Венти, давайте сдуем отсюда. Какой у нас там квест? Следующий. А я вас опять обрадую. У нас... Чего? Какие приключения? Это задание легенды. А легенды по имени Мона. Я, если честно, мечтал за нее поиграть, просто жаждал. Классный водяной персонаж. Вот. И очень хочется ее попробовать поиграть. Вам хочется? А мне очень. Так. О, вот она. Красотка. Мона. Покемона.
I almost fell asleep waiting.
Вау.
As usual, my predictions are correct.
Вау.
You, yes you, come with me.
Она еще и звездочет. Прикольно.
Are you some sort of door-to-door fortune teller? Sorry, but we're not really interested.
Вау.
You're not from this world, are
Блин,
you?
а вот характер мне почему-то не нравится. Прям такая стервозная бабища.
I know about that.
Да, это всем понятно.
Because I'm a master of true astrology. If you've no other questions, let's be off. Fine. I'll exercise a little patience and explain. I am astrologist Mona Magistus, but considering that it is most rude to misremember names, I allow others to call me Mona. I
Давай.
am on a mission from my master to retrieve a certain box from Mondstadt. It was part of an agreement she made with a friend 50 years ago, but she isn't as spry as she used to be, so now it's up to me.
Прикол.
Not sure what getting some box back has to do with us.
Для чего-то мы нужны.
Why do you need us to come along? Well, that's because I would also like
за
to take
стражем,
on the
да?
guardian of the box.
Тогда
My
могла бы
master and
повежливо
my
с ним
friend
общаться.
contended in the mystic arts all their lives without a clear victor. If I triumph here, then I will show myself to be superior. Well, I want to prove the power and status
И
of
статус
astrology, to be precise.
астрологии.
Now, from my predictions, I know that my master's friend has left Mondstadt, leaving her successor as the current guardian of that box. Like me, that successor must also be one who has surpassed their teacher. I must not be careless. But I would prefer to assure my victory in this contest, and upon giving it some thought, you came to mind. The knowledge passed down to me from my master must be passed on in
Ну да.
turn. If I were to
Понятно.
bring my disciple to meet her, then the lead is already mine, no? And you are Mondstadt's great hero, my equal in status. So,
Когда это я стал твоим учеником?
come on, you don't actually have to become my disciple. You just need to act the part. There's something in it for you as well, should you come with me to get that box.
Интересно, что для
Once
меня?
I meet that successor and have a chance to exchange knowledge with them, I should be able to read your fate more accurately. Then I will have answers for you, even regarding such distant and foggy
О.
matters as gods and
Ты
kings.
меня этим заманила.
That does
Давай.
seem much faster than searching the land country by country.
Неплохие условия.
A wise decision.
Погнали, чё?
That said, I would like to pay a certain place a visit before. There is a small inn near Mount Tianheng that never sees a lot of business, even though its food is always great.
Так, а на прокачку-то мне хватит, интересно, хоть что-то.
It's always been good to me, so I'd
Погоди.
like to say.
Ладно, не то. О, ура! Сначала легкие, потом тяжелые наркотики. Да, придется. 70. Опять дрочить того монстра. Ясненько. Понятненько. Может 12. Ёпперсете. Подожди. 10. Ну подожди, это какой уровень? 60. Давайте водяного качнем, что ли? Гидромена. Хотя бы так. Жух.
Well, it's no wonder that an inn set up here has no business.
Mona, oh, you've come at just the right time. Did you see a jade ring while you made your way here?
A jade ring? Can't say I have.
Oh, that's not good. That ring was given to me by my mother, but while my back was turned, it was swallowed up by a slime.
That should be no trouble with Mona here. She's really good at astrology.
Absolutely not. Astrology is meant to be used to gain insight into reality and observe destiny itself. It's certainly not for such mundane affairs.
But didn't you say that the owner here's been good to you?
This is a matter of pride and one's state of mind. If an astrologist thinks that their arts can solve all problems, they will be forsaken by the starry ether. Their divinations will lose the power to guide and will not be able to pierce the fog of the unknown before them. Principles are principles.
Such a powerful ability, and you don't use it to earn a living? What a shame.
Well, I was going to put up 20,000 mora as compensation, if you were willing.
Это же мало, ты сам понимаешь.
20,000? Oh, it's nothing. I was just thinking. Yes, of course. Still, the owner's business has had it pretty hard. It must be a truly extraordinary ring to be worth spending this much more to find. It wouldn't be right for us to leave like this, so let's help to search for it. There may be other means we can employ besides astrology.
Oh, Paimon knows where this is going.
I know. I'll leave this one to you. This is the first mission I'm giving you as your master.
Бедный.
Since it was swallowed up by a slime, maybe we can use elemental bait to lure all the nearby slimes to us. You remember the stuff we helped Master Diluc make? And Paimon actually kept a small amount. Paimon's the very best partner.
Да, согласен.
Right?
Seems like you already have a plan.
Yep, we'll be back in a jiffy. The elemental bait's really strong. It will attract all the slimes in the area. Even if they're just slimes, they can be dangerous together, so we'd best prepare ourselves.
А, съели, да?
Dodge this!
Wings of darkness, come, sever night from.
Let me weave you a verse.
No rest for the wicked.
Где перегрузка? Вот так вот.
No, my sword.
А, там еще появились. Элементарно... А, сволочь!
No ingredients for me today.
А чё, хп так мало? Когда вы мне успели хп снести?
Rain outlines your.
Midnight phantasmagoria.
Вот так вот.
Found it! It's so pretty. Paimon wasn't having any bad thoughts?
Давай. Да. Как ты за километр это кольцо видела? А, понятно.
That's it. That's the one. I thought it was lost forever.
Да не за что.
You actually found it. Not bad.
Mr. Zhu, you must take care of such precious things a bit better. You might not be...
You're absolutely right. How would I have faced my family if I had lost the 253rd ring my mother gave me?
Капец. Вот так вот.
Let me explain. My family owns 3 jade mines, and in order to ensure that I would be able to find myself a good wife, my mother had many jade accessories made as heirlooms. I think there might be over 500 of them.
Then why would you feel the need to set up an inn here?
Well, inheriting the family business too early unavoidably made things boring. Thank you, all the same. Here's the Mora, as agreed. Please take it.
Ура!
Then I'll take it gladly.
But we did all the work.
A disciple should act like one. How can they steal their master's thunder?
Exactly.
Так,
Well,
давай.
you need to start practicing now. If my rival is as smart as I...
А, она голодная очень.
What was that rumbling sound?
Oh, right. You mustn't have eaten in days. I'm very sorry. I forgot that you have no...
That didn't happen. Forget it. Well, I suddenly feel that you have indeed contributed to our good fortune. I say we spend this money on treating you to a fine meal. If we travel north, we'll reach the Wongshu Inn. I hear the food there is really good, so let's go try it out. No need to thank me. I'm just doing as a good master should.
Did she say she was treating us? Is Paimon hearing things? Let's go
Давай.
after her for good.
Ага, за вкусной едой. Мон д шта д т. Город Маркенштерн.
Body and mind.
Да твою мать, сядь.
Since it's Mona's treat, we can order whatever we want, right?
Of course. I am a most generous.
Да, конечно, наши деньги себе присвоила вообще.
Excuse me, what would you like to order?
Все подряд. Так. Так вот.
These are made using large succulent shrimp wrapped in crispy fried potatoes. They have
Офигенно, я бы тоже поел.
amazing texture.
Крабовый тофу.
Though tofu could not be a more ordinary ingredient, it and crab roe are truly a match made in heaven. It's one of
Игрой,
our
я думал, с
specialties.
крабами.
This is a favorite among our regulars. Bamboo shoots, meat, and
Прикольно.
ham are cooked together, creating a richly flavored soup. Pour a few spoonfuls into each bowl of rice you eat. You'll never get enough of it. It's exactly what it says on the label.
А что, я типа все заказал?
From vegetarian
А почему нельзя было просто назвать, типа, несите все, что у вас есть? Я закажу все.
All of them? We only have 3. No, 2.5 people?
Isn't that too much food?
That's not how you count it. Besides, Paimon hasn't even ordered yet. Squirrelfish, Juyu chili chicken, and Jury soup, please.
Sure. And is there anything else you'd like to order, ma'am? I'd just like to ask, how much do the current dishes cost in total? Around 20,000 mora. Then, I'll just have some vegetarian noodles, please. All right. A bowl of vegetarian noodles, was it? Please wait a
Бедная.
moment. We'll serve it
Проучили ее, значит.
Paimon's been thinking about something since we started eating. Is it? Because she actually doesn't have money?
I heard that. I said I was treating. How could I be rattled by something as mundane as Mora? An astrologist's mind is set on studying the stars. Being so easily disturbed by such
Такая
mundane
позерка, прям
matters
капец.
would hamper my judgment. Especially the act of overly gratifying oneself using Mora. It is both vulgar and dangerous.
So, not eating the dishes we ordered is also part of an astrologist's pride? Paimon doesn't get it. But it feels kind of bad that only we got to feast. Oh, yes, we can do that. Just give us a minute. You don't use more to fulfill your desires, so it's fine as long as you're not buying anything, right?
Давайте приготовим что-нибудь.
Kitchen from the innkeeper.
Капец высоко. Так вот, Хуан чай.
We'd like to borrow the kitchen here.
Ah, I see. In that case, sure. As long as you've prepared your own ingredients.
Да,
feel free to
хорошо,
use
без
the
проблем.
kitchen. If I may, you must be well versed in the art of cooking, yes?
Идеально.
Talented indeed. Actually, I have a small suggestion to make. From your clothes, you're most likely not from around these parts. But since you've come to Liyue, would you like to try making Liyue-style cuisine?
Без
I have a
проблем.
recipe for golden crab with me. It's a Yue cuisine classic. It's crab meat that's been rolled in flour, deep fried, and then pan fried together with ginger and garlic. When you finally plate it up, the crab seems to
О,
be
надо
lying
будет,
on
надо будет в
gold.
реальности приготовить.
Golden crab.
Хотя нет, краба у меня нет. А,
Then let's get to it. With your skills in the kitchen, this'll be a cinch.
этого сундука здесь раньше не было, по-моему, да?
Into the fire.
По-моему, когда мы выполняли дополнительные миссии, там потихоньку это все строилось. И появился сундук. Та-дам.
Open sesame.
А, подожди, выше, да?
Hungry.
Выше. А, что-то я ткнул, значит. Там же кухня находится. По-моему. Так, ты не застревай. Сейчас, да, бежим. Песика тоже. Подожди. Кухня. Вот она. Точно. Ой-ой-ой. Мука и яйца, да? Яиц не хватает.
Race you.
давайте спрашиваю. Неужели придется телепортироваться? Серьезно. Меня бесит, знаете, когда миссии надо какие-то ингредиенты, у тебя их не хватает. У тебя их просто нету. Как бы ты ни хотел. Яичница. А просто яйца у тебя есть? Твою мать. Нахера я это сделал? Еще я не туда. Вот краб есть, а яиц, сволочь, нету. Не было. Давайте в третьем городе спросим. Там вряд ли что-то есть вообще. Тут вообще черт ногу сломит. Пошлите искать яйца себе. Полазим по деревьям, да? Другого выхода я не вижу. Чтобы найти яйца себе. Яйца. Журавли, есть яйца у вас? Обычно на крышах. Наверное. В Манштате надо посмотреть. Нет, стало сюда. Это, по-моему, на крышу, да, мы телепортируемся? На какую-то, да. Чайки? А, вон яйца нашел. Там хватит, надеюсь, хватит. На корову, по-моему, там больше надо, да? Давайте еще найдем. не то. Ну-ка. Тут нет яиц. Вы чё? Вот что, яиц нет? А, вон, нашел. Тихо. Что, пошли готовить? Я даже не думал, что мне так повезет. Их быстро нашел. Такое получилось у нас маленькое яичное приключение. Слушай, отвали, освободи кухню. Да отвали ты от меня. Че, прости-то? О. Ровно 5 яиц, смотри. Идеально.
There's no need to spend all that effort on me. I'm not in dire need of food. I am a little hungry, but it's not a big
Бедная.
deal. This aroma is... I never thought it'd be so luxurious. Fine. Since my disciple has put in so much time and effort, I must, with great difficulty, accept. This golden crab is too delicious. I have never eaten anything this good in my life. I mean, I never knew that my disciple was this skilled. As your master, I am most comforted. I see that it's no boast to call them Lia's delicacies. I suppose it wasn't too much to spend all this mora on. It's nothing. Nothing at all. Now that we've eaten and drank our fill, we should be
Погнали.
If we travel
Лучше бы
north,
налички дали
we should
море.
reach the stone gate, and from there we will be within the boundaries of Mondstadt. What deep mysteries shall we acquire knowledge of?
А. Мона. С ней вполне Мона. Или не Мона.
What's the hurry?
Манштадт. Та-та-та-та. Та-та-та-та-та. И раз.
That was tiring, but we're finally in Mondstadt. The quest to plumb the wondrous depths of knowledge is indeed arduous.
Paimon's not tired.
That's because you float.
Well, it doesn't look like an astrologist is all that amazing either.
That's because you have too many unrealistic fantasies about
Ну да.
astrology.
Are you also resting your feet here?
Who are you?
По жизни ты кто?
Oh, my brothers and I are all merchants. We just finished doing business in Liyue, and we're preparing to head back to Mondstadt. You look rather tired. The cart we hired will be coming in a while. What say you to coming along for the ride? Let's go then. We can make conversation along the way. The more the merrier.
There's no need. Now shoo, get out of our way.
Вау, что-то грубо.
Miss, is there something wrong?
Cease your pretensions, bandit. Picking up people on the road who appear vulnerable, robbing them blind once they've gotten on the cart, and then taking them to some archon.
Вот и дар астрологии, кстати,
Is that your
сработал.
deal?
What are you saying? We came over here to make conversation, and this is how we're rewarded? With insults? If you don't want to get on, don't. Crazy girl.
Well then, shall I tell you now which objects you have on you that are stolen? If you have any quibbles, we can bring people to corroborate what I've said, and all will come to light. If I lose, I'll pay you 20,000 mora. But if I win, then you'll be eating prison rations in Liyue Harbor tonight. How about it? If you're a real legitimate businessman, there's nothing to fear, is there?
You
Захерачил.
pushed it too far, brat.
Сволочь.
I don't know how you found out, but as long as we get rid of you, no one will have to know.
Don't fret, it's just a few bandits. You said earlier that there was nothing amazing about astrologists? Well then, this is a good time to show you what your master
Давайте,
can
я
do.
хочу.
You're finished.
Shadows of fate.
You're open.
Я хочу ульту. Вау. Вау, ха-ха, прикольно. Приманка такая. Ульта, успею. Что это такое? Что я сделал такое? Я так и не понял сейчас. Ну такое себе, не знаю. Мне прошлые пробники как-то больше понравились, слушай.
What did you think? Did that satisfy your expectations? Such things are elementary for an astrologist. Lies are worthless before astrology. Destiny and truth are written in the stars. Though it may take more time to garner the specifics, I can read the gist of a situation at a glance.
But you did hit some bumps in the road.
That's because Teyvat's stars can only display the fates and truths of this world. Anything related to you becomes like a fog that even I cannot penetrate. That is why I must meet that successor. With our knowledge combined, I might be able to gain new insight into your fate. Whatever the case, you've got everything to gain from this trip. All right, I'm rested. Let's get this journey to Mondstadt over with.
Я предлагаю телепортироваться.
If only we had a cart.
I thought you weren't tired. Are you ready? Don't shame your master now. We're about to meet that successor. I guess. Wait, no. It won't do if you have no idea at all, even if you are a fake disciple. We have a rule that forbids us from teaching outsiders, but I suppose my astrology is based on hydromancy, and as the name suggests, I use the reflections in water body. Allow me to demonstrate. Watch closely now. From the present station and movement of the stars, I see. So that successor is a young, female Knight of Favonius.
Doesn't that sound like Lisa?
We will meet her here.
Это научный ученик.
That's all the information we need. It seems that even basic astrology can't be grasped in one go. Never mind, I'll explain in detail.
Wow, it's you, Mr. Honorary Knight. And Paimon too.
В смысле? Это не Лиза?
That's her. The successor to great knowledge.
Successor?
That's right. I am the astrologist who has plumbed the depths of the ocean of stars. Surely you have long calculated my arrival as well.
An ocean of stars? What's that? Does it have fish in it?
Fish? No, don't play dumb. Is this some kind of game?
I should be the one saying that. I didn't get what you said at all.
But my predictions can't be mistaken. Well, let's make sure. Your mother's name is Alice, isn't it?
That's right. Oh, so you're Mommy's friend. But she's gone very far away.
My readings told me as much. But before she left, she must have imparted her mystical arts to you, surely.
Mystical arts? I don't get it. Mommy only taught me to make jumpy dumpties. So Glee's mother is the friend and rival of Mona's teacher?
Yes. As well versed in astrology as she was, my master knew only astrology. Alice, on the other hand, was skilled in a great many other mystical fields.
Well, Glee's so young. So even if she'd heard this deep knowledge, she might
Да,
not
наверное,
have
сказала.
understood.
Yes. It seems she has inherited the blood, but not the knowledge. What a miscalculation. There can be no contest like this. Ah, yes. So before Alice left, did she tell you about a 50-year agreement and about a certain box?
Oh, I know this one. So you're here for that box. I'll look. Wait here. Not this one. Ah, I remember now. I buried it together with my new treasure. Wait for me. I'll be right back. Glee, don't just run off. Don't you need the things in your pack?
I'll help her pack these things back in. You go
А вы
after her.
идите за ней.
Looking at how rash she is, I worry for the box.
Да где это Кли? Он опять убежал далеко. Ух же это Кли! Постоянно куда-то сваливает.
We're here. This is it. Let's dig it up. It can't be. I put a sign here. There's no mistake.
Это не знак.
Dendro's lines. We could talk later. Let's take them out first. Goba, get them.
Что ты закопалось очень много, типа. Да, в смысле сдох.
Found it. It's this box. Glad it wasn't damaged in the explosions. Retrieval complete. Let's bring it.
Давай. Ну, простите, я задел микрофон случайно.
Cryo is always far more effective in the rain. This is going to get interesting.
You're back at last. The wait was exceedingly dull.
Да ладно.
I had intended to read a book to pass the time, but this one, it dropped from Clee's backpack, so I thought it might contain some ancient knowledge, but... Never mind that. So, did you find the box?
We did. It's in perfect shape.
That's wonderful! Wait a moment. Why is it a...
Huh? Well,
Кто-то свистнул.
it's because I borrowed this box to store my treasures.
Borrowed?
But since you're here for the box, I took all my treasures out. That's why it's empty.
You used it to store your things? Then where are the original contents of the box?
Oh, you want the thing that used to be in the box? You should have said so.
You haven't broken it, have you?
No, it's not broken at all. It's the book in your hand.
А, да?
What? rags! You thought the thing she wanted back after 50 years was the dark history of her youth? Oh, I'm finished. No wonder that old woman said I should not look at it no matter what, or she'd rip me to shreds.
Am I in trouble? It was you who said you wanted the box. You didn't say anything about the thing inside. I don't know anything. Well, if you don't...
Impossible. Astrology can see through all lies. You've seen it yourself. Oh. After having spent all my mora to come to Mondstadt, not only have I gained no knowledge, but now I can't return.
That's so sad. Maybe you could forget everything in that book and then go back.
That's... too difficult. Yes. How can I maintain a proper astrologist's mentality if I stay with...
Well, then you'll just have to go back and face your master.
Stop talking about it. I guess I'll have to... I'll just have to stay in Mondstadt temporarily. Once that old crone's reached the end of her days, I'll be free. But what will I do about my astrology research? No, wait. I don't even have a place to stay.
About that, we can go ask Catherine at the Adventurers Guild. Let's see if she can help.
The Adventurers Guild? Ah, right. You can do commissions for them in exchange for... Well, you know what I mean, don't... Oh, thanks. Never mind, it's nothing.
О, жилье для Моны.
Ad Astra at... I see. There is a magic laboratory in Mondstadt that has been sealed by some unknown Although we have a few specialists who could break the seal, they all have the... I believe that if the astrologist you mentioned can break the seal... All right. Then...
Давай пойдем. Что маркер не сразу появляется.
The person who placed this seal is by no means simple. Breaking this seal by force is nigh on impossible.
А как надо?
Interesting. I suppose it's worth using my astrology on. Let me see. I see. So if you first, and then you...
Oh.
All right, it's open.
Holy moly, that's amazing! Now we just need to go back to Catherine and you'll be able to stay here!
Классно.
No need, no need. You have my utmost thanks.
You are?
Oh, I'm Goth, the owner of this house. I passed by the Adventurers Guild a while back and Catherine told me about the matter. I never thought this troublesome seal would be dispelled so quickly.
Does that mean I can stay here?
Of course, of course. The facilities inside were just being left there anyway. I would be glad to have someone make use of them. To express my thanks, I shall rent this building to you at the lowest possible price.
Rent? I didn't hear anything about rent, and I helped out too.
Well, yes, of course, I understand. I am most thankful to you for that. So rest assured that I will give you the best rates.
I mean...
Paimon thinks Mona's misunderstood something, but...
I guess I don't have any other choice. I'll rent this place.
Great! Then we are agreed. I will go prepare the documentation. Please wait here.
Thanks for your help. Also, well, I'm very sorry, but I won't be able to do what I agreed to help you with just yet. Without the necessary tools and without new knowledge, it will take me some time to see your destiny clearly. But I promise that I'll do a reading for you first thing once I'm ready. Thank you. Our traveling together was fate. And of the good kind, I'd say. I wish you both safe travels.
Да, думай, как жить дальше, бомжиха.
I need to think of the future as well.
Нет, в бою персонаж мне не понравился. Вот именно она.
How is she gonna make a living if she doesn't use astrology to make money? Maybe we should come back and check on her once in a while. It would really be...
Да, надо к ней заходить иногда. Ох, нифига себе.
Rack it out. I'm doing Oh, it's you. I'm currently running some... Don't worry about me fainting from hunger. In any case...
Молодец. А если еще раз постучать? Так. Задания героя больше у нас нету. Ребят, мы, наверное, пока на этом закончим. И потом продолжим. Как я всегда говорю. Подписывайтесь, ставьте лайки, пишите обязательно комментарии, понравилось вам или нет. Или что-то посоветуете, что-то вам не нравится. И всем пока.